already. So just a reminder, please take out your phone, video me as I'm going through this, because if I do not send you the video, you can always go get it, right? So how do you do that? If you log into your ePortfolio and you see your ePortfolios, right, where it says My ePortfolios, you're just going to scroll down to where your courses are. So you could see HSF 90, 432A or B, doesn't matter which one, but I'm just going to click on the A, the lecture portion. And if you click on ePortfolios, so if you come to this page, you'll see ePortfolios. You just click on that. There's a long list here of all your ePortfolios, but all you have to do is look for the green gears. So this is going to open the HSF 90 432 course ePortfolio. So all you have to do is click on that. And when you click on that, you're brought to this screen. So if you go to Studio Hour Plans and go to October, you'll see what we did from before. And if, for example, for the What If you click on What If, you'll see the video right here and also the agenda that follows it, okay? So for today, we have our time management right underneath the What If. So if you click on time management, the video is obviously not up here yet because we're still creating the video, if you may. So yeah, so the video will be up after this. You know my process already. And if you scroll down, you'll see the agenda that I did send through Slack. So today's learning objective is handling our time better. Welcome back. ePortfolio section to complete is time management. So I'm going to go through this and then I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So first, you're going to log into your ePortfolio, hover over coursework, go to first year seminar coursework, then click time management. You're going to take the quiz, be honest. Time management is a skill that needs extensive practice. So then you're going to, sorry about that. You're going to take the quiz and then you're going to complete reflection 1. What is time management? What happens when you're not practicing good time management? And how effectively are you using your 168 hours? You're going to complete the time management reflection 2. You're going to answer the statements and / questions within the prompt based on your weekly calendar that you completed in week 2 of your lecture hour. So am I right about having your professor should have gave you like a weekly calendar? Does anyone remember that? No? Does anyone have the weekly calendar? Interesting. Okay, so Sky, do you have a weekly calendar?
I don't think so, to be honest. How does it look like?
It's just a document Monday through Friday.
No.
Okay, fine. So you know what? Usually we use the weekly calendar that well, I guess because we're not in our like traditional space, there probably wasn't time to give it out and complete it. But okay, so all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I have an Excel sheet, right? So you guys will just work with the Excel sheet instead. So just disregard that. I'll change that just now. So I have an Excel sheet. We're going to be working with that, okay? So everyone, please just log into your ePortfolio for a second. Not for a second. Just do that and give me a few seconds. Let me just pull up this the Excel sheet, please. You know what? As I'm pulling this up, actually, I'm going to give you the first step. So is everyone on their ePortfolio?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So everyone, please go to coursework, first year seminar coursework, and please go to time management. So coursework, first year seminar coursework, and then hit on time management. So if you click on time management, you'll see like this instruction slide. Let's go through it really quickly. So it says, if we give time human characteristics, 2 of them would be fair and forgiving. Time is fair because each of us is given 168 hours per week to use. Time is forgiving because regardless of how wise or unwise we use our time, we start a new week with 168 hours and we're not penalized. Time management is an important skill to have in order for you to be successful in college. Please, for this activity, please complete the activities below according to the instructions in order to gain an understanding of your time management skills. So the first part is a quiz. Second part is a statement, and then the third part is a reflection. So right now, let me just say what I have to say about time management in general. Before I started college, I didn't even know that there was 168 hours in a week. I was like, man, I must sleep too much then, because I'm clearly running out of time each week. But yeah, so this is by far my favorite assignment to ever do with students, with myself. Like, this is great. It really does help you be more efficient and effective and actually have all your tasks complete on time, and you're not as stressed out if you're not planning your time correctly. Okay, so if you're not planning your time out correctly now, don't worry. I'm still struggling as well. And many of us do struggle. So the time management quiz, all you have to do is click on the box and select a yes or no option. So I'm going to go through the questions really quickly. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just to show you guys. So number 1, do you always have more tasks than time to complete them? Of course, we're in college. We take writing intensive courses. We teach. We play ball, whatever we do. Do you feel comfortable with how you're managing your time? I select no, because I do not. And that's how you're going to do within the next 4 questions. And if you look underneath, there's like a little statement under here that says, if you answered yes to any of these questions, know that you are not alone. Okay, so take a few minutes and just do the questions. And when you finish, just give me a second. I'm going to look for the time management activity. Okay, this is it. Okay. All right, so I found it, so no need to panic. Cool. I'll just send it in Slack really quickly. And don't do anything yet. I'm going to show you how to do it. So that's the okay, yeah. So that's the link for Slack, and I'm going to send it in the Zoom chat as well. So, all right. Don't do anything yet. Just follow me, okay? So since you probably all already answered all of the questions already, yes, no, or yes, 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 or no, 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 whatever your answers are, just know that you are not alone, and everyone struggles with time management at least one time in their life. So I'm going to go over the part 1 statement. So the part 1 statement is pretty straightforward. If you click on the little pencil and paper, it says, let's get started. There are 2 parts to this exercise. First, please reflect on the following questions in a 2 to 5 paragraph essay in time management part 1 statement slide here. Do not panic. You do not have to write 5 paragraphs, okay? I'm looking for maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs at most. Like, as long as you answer the questions in full and complete sentences, I'm fine with that, okay? So the first question is, what is time management? So please do not tell me that time management is managing your time, which is true, but let's dive a little deeper than that, okay? So does anyone want to share like an idea of what they have of like what is time management without using those words?
Can I use the word balance your time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, balancing your time. That's great. Anybody else?
Um, Being able to like prioritize your school before leisure activities.
Okay, great. Yeah, priorities. Definitely important when you're planning your time.
Also, not forgetting when you have a lot on your plate. Like, say if you're taking this class and another class and you're working, getting your schedule in order so you don't forget one thing.
Of course, yes, staying on task. That's super important because I'm a very forgetful person as myself. Like, it's unbelievable. Does anyone else have anything they want to share? Yeah, Samantha, organization. Alrighty. So, yeah, all of your answers are wonderful. Please put that in your e-portfolio. And you guys pretty much nailed it. Yeah. So that's basically what it is. Just making sure that you're staying on task, making sure you're organized, make sure you're prioritizing. That prioritizing is a big one. Make sure that you are prioritizing your tasks. Say if you have a essay due tomorrow and you didn't get started yet, right? But then you also have another essay that's due next week. Which one are you going to do first? Not the one that's due tomorrow? All right. So you get that. 2, what happens when you're not practicing good time management skills? Everything goes wrong, right? Okay. 3, how effectively are you using your 160 hours per week? Please be honest, okay? For me, this question, I would answer it in, I don't even know what I do half the time. All I do is go to school and go to work, and then somehow I don't know how I get my work done, but I do it. But actually, I know how I get my work done. I manage my time, but I don't do it physically on like a sheet or whatever. I just do it like in my head. But I definitely make lists. So like that's a different type of like planning your time. I make lists of what I have to do for each class, and I put the due date next to it, and I have my calendar, and I just look at my calendar and I just pick point like which one is due. So I'll make a list, a big list for my entire week, every single week, and I would do it like that. So that's another part too. So if you are not doing that, or if you're falling behind and you always seem to see yourself like, not being on task, I know it sounds like a bad thing, but it's really not. It's so easy to get backed up. But yeah, just be honest about it, Nobody's gonna know except me and you and your professor, but it's okay. So the part 2, reflection. So the same thing, it's gonna ask you a few things, like list 4 things that are important to you in your life, your values, priorities. 2, list all the activities that take up your time in a week. Be sure to include everything. Some activities include classes, studying, working, commuting, and etc. Next to each activity, record how much time you think you spend doing each. For 1 week, track the amount of time you spend doing those activities. At the end of the week, compare the actual amount of time spent on each activity with your perceived amount. So yeah, so numbers 1 to 4, there's an option, right? You can do it just like this, you can, but I feel like it's different, right? So you don't really have to do that. If you want to, go ahead, right? I'm going to show you another way. So if you go at the bottom, right? So it's time to reflect on this work. So mainly number 5 I'm looking for, right? Number 5. So there's 3 questions here again. How good of an understanding do you have of your time and how you spend it? Does the time reflect those things that are important to you, your values or priorities? Does your time management reflect good usage to achieve your life goals? If so, how? If not, how can you improve? So the first way of doing this activity, right, is to do steps 1 through 5, right? So you're going to list out all of the things that you do, and how many hours you do it per week, right? You can do that. The other way is that if you want to make a complete fresh start and actually start off on the right foot, you could just fill out the Excel sheet that I'm going to explain to you how to do it just now, with the desired schedule that you want, right? But you always have to give yourself like a little reality check and make sure that what you're putting into the schedule and how you're going to follow it is realistic. Okay, you're not going to sit down on a Wednesday for 10 hours and do your schoolwork, or maybe 5 hours. You're not going to do that. Okay, we need breaks. We're just human. Okay, so as long as you're making a realistic schedule, you could do it just like that. Or if you want to actually compare your time of how you're using it now, you could follow 1 through 5, okay? So just by like a show, just for me to have an idea. How many of you just want like a fresh start and like actually take the time and plan their week? Okay.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Like a fresh start, like just to make a schedule that you could follow throughout the week.
Oh, for the week, I thought you meant the whole school.
Just to be more like productive.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, me.
Okay, great. So yeah, that's how I felt in my first year seminar when we did this activity. I felt like I did not want to compare the time that I'm taking now because I don't even know how many hours I sit down and watch TV. Let me tell you something. On your iPhone, if you have an iPhone and Android, it does, both of them does it, right? If you look at screen time, right, you would not know how many hours I spend on Instagram and Facebook. I had no idea until I saw the amount of time. I would spend like maybe 8 hours or 6 hours on social media, and I did not know until I start putting limits, time limits. You could set those. I give myself 2 hours of Facebook a day, and I didn't even set one for Instagram yet, but I have to because I keep pushing it off, but I have to. Oh, and don't get me started about TikTok. I don't know. I don't make TikToks or whatever. I just look at them, but I can sit there for hours and not even know. But yeah. Anyways, that's another thing you should look into too. Setting limits on your phone, like your screen time. Okay, cool. So now I just went over the quiz. Everyone should have done that already. The part 1 statement and the part 2 statement. Let's move on to the time management activity. So if you click on the link that I sent you through Slack or on Zoom, and you have it on your computer somehow, text it to yourself, email it, right? This is how you're gonna do it. So once you open this, you're just going to make a copy. Do not edit on this, okay? Please do not edit. So what are you gonna do? You're going to go to File and go to Make a Copy. Okay, 1 second. I'll give you access right now. Wait, I should have. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, try now. Yeah, so just all you have to do is click on that link. I sent the link again. Okay, great. It's working? Okay, good. So I sent a link through Slack and on the Zoom chat. It's okay, Alexa. You can always review the recording after we're done, okay? So what you're gonna do is when you have it open, right? I see all of you here. So what is this? Okay, so I see an anonymous chinchilla and a beaver and a frog. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So if you go to File and go to Make a Copy, File, Make a Copy, this is going to pop up. It's going to say Copy of Time Management Activity. You could always just delete the copy of and just have Time Management Activity. Okay? And then all you have to do is click OK. So now this is yours, right? This is yours that you're going to be working on. Right. So now you already have like some values that I inputted just how I was just showing it. Right. So if you click on the first box, right? And if you hold it down and drag all the way down to where the last V is, and you hit delete, all of the letters will be deleted, but the color will still be there. All you have to do is go to the paint can where it says fill color and just hit on reset. And it should go away. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're just going to click on the very first box, click on it, you can let go, right? And then you're just going to click and hold and drag down. Okay? Do the same thing. Reset the colors, delete the letters. So then for this one too, I'm just going to highlight all of them. So click on the first box, hold my mouse down, and just what is this? Okay, yeah, so I'm going to click on the box, hold my mouse down, and bring it all the way down where the last W is. I'm going to go to reset the color and delete it. So now I have a blank sheet. Alrighty. So we have every half hour, we have half-hour intervals, right? For every hour of time spent, okay? Which make it very hard, very easy at the same time, okay? So how you're going to do this first? How do you even start a schedule? You are going to go, everyone should have their class schedule, right? You're going to input your class schedule into here. So if you forgot how to get your class schedule, if you go to CUNY First, right? Go to CUNY First and you log in. This is just how to get your student schedule, okay? Hit on Student Center. I like to double click just in case because there's like a warning sometimes. And it says weekly schedule, right? This is your weekly schedule for, well, yeah. You have to make sure that you click on the next week because this week, since we had off on Monday, none of your classes are going to show up. So yeah, these are your classes, right? So you're just going to input those times, right? So for example, for LaGuardia, this is all your classes. So I would just highlight, like click on the L. I would command copy or right click copy. And I would go to Monday. Maybe I have class from 9 a.m. all the way to 1 p.m. Consecutive classes, whatever. I don't know, right? I don't know your schedule, but maybe 9:30 to 12:30, I'm doing school, right? So now I input those values and look, this whole thing turned into school, right? For my homework, maybe I don't do homework on Monday. I do homework on Tuesday. Or if I want to do homework on Tuesday because I'm free on Tuesday, right? All you have to do is click on the W and go to there, okay? So, so this is how you can do it, right? Say, oh, I actually edited this before. So this one should say volunteer, right? Before, I'm sorry. Actually, so for homework, it's actually for work, right? Work for money. So I'm just gonna put money, right? So sorry about that, right? So for homework, right? Homework doesn't exist. I just changed that to homework, right? So that's how you could do this too. Say if you don't volunteer, right? But you do like maybe some chores, right? You can just type in chores at the top. I don't even spell chores. Chores. I think that's how you spell it, yeah. You could type in chores at the top, but here's the thing, right? You see these letters at the bottom? You can't change those. If you change it, then it won't correctly, when you paste it into here, it won't go into the pie chart at all, okay? Because it's like, it's already coded with those letters, okay? So yeah, sorry about that. So for LaGuardia, you can put your classes, that's the L. For study schoolwork, it's the S, right? For this one said homework, but I changed it to work. If you work, like most of us do, you could change it to work right at the top. You can just click on the top and change it to work. Has the W below it. You're just gonna click on that, hit copy, put it into the table, okay? If you have chores or if you do volunteer, you could just edit the name of it and keep the V, okay? Keep the V. Meals. We're planning our meals because I don't know about you guys, but I be forgetting to eat. Or maybe I eat once a day. And that's not very good, right? We have to have, actually the true like amount of meals we're supposed to have is 5 meals. 3 to 5 meals a day, right? I know it sounds like a lot, but during, I was learning about like nutrition and stuff. It's supposed to be 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 meals a day. And also, drinking water is very important too. I drink a lot of water. I can't lie about that. But drinking water is very good. You're supposed to have 6 to 8 cups every day. and 2 cups are in 1 water bottle, like Poland Spring. Yeah. So I try to drink water. Drink some water, okay? So yeah, plan your meals. So say if I eat, I'm gonna go to the M, command copy. I'm gonna go to maybe on Wednesday and eat at maybe 9, right? And then maybe later that day I eat at 1 again. And then maybe later that day I eat at 4 again. And then 6:30 I'll eat. And then before I go to bed, maybe 8:30. It's not how I eat, but I'm just doing an example, right? So yeah, plan your meals. They don't have to be super big meals, small meals, maybe a snack, I don't know. Yeah, live your life. But anyways, moving on to leisure and social. This is when you go hang out with your friends. If you do not have any friends, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. If you don't want to like hang out with your friends right now since the whole pandemic, I know it's been like a little hard for that, but yeah, if you just chill out with your family, maybe in your household or whatever, that is your social time, okay? Maybe if you are just on your phone and you're enjoying social media or however, you could use the E in the schedule, okay? So however, your downtime, that's better, your downtime, right? Maybe on Thursday you don't have anything to do, so you have some downtime from 10 to 2 o'clock. Okay? Or maybe if you have children and you want to spend some time with them, you could use the social time as that too. Family obligations. Maybe if you have to pick up your mom from the train station every day, like I do, right? That's considered an obligation, you know. I don't want her to have to walk, so I'm gonna just go, right? So I will just click on the F and command copy. Maybe she gets out of work at 6:30, and I have to be there for then. So I would put the F there. Resting and sleeping. I don't know if you guys have like a great sleep schedule. I do not at all. So I would plan how to sleep and do it, right? So maybe I'm sleeping, right? Ooh, Command Z. Oh, another thing, if you make a mistake like that, how I just did, I did Command Z, that's undo. And also, I think there's an undo here too. Oh yeah, right here. There's an arrow. It says undo. So yeah. Resting and sleeping, Command C. Maybe I'm sleeping from 7:30 to 8:30. I'm not doing anything then, so I'm sleeping, right? How did that happen? Yeah, so I'm sleeping then. Grooming is basically when you get up, you brush your teeth, you take a shower. Maybe if you go out to get a haircut or maybe get your nails done, however, whatever you do to upkeep yourself, that's grooming. And also, it is very important to make sure that you are on point, right? Because there's something called body, I think cognition. No, not cognition. I think it's incognition or cognition. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. So, it's called embodied cognition. That's what it's called, right? So basically what that is that when you look good, you feel good, right? So when you like go out to the gym or whatever, right? And you have on like, I don't know, not nice clothing, I guess. I don't know how to put this, but basically if you're going out to the gym and you're actually in like your gym wear or whatever, you're going to feel good, you're going to do your workout. If you go to school, right, and you're not dressing nice or like not feeling yourself, right? That's the word, feeling yourself. You're not going to be like, you're not going to feel good, you know? So get your eyebrows done. Go get your hair cut. Do whatever makes you happy, okay? And whatever that is, it's going to make you feel good. And you're going to be more successful like that. Trust me, Google it. It's a thing. It's like a psychology thing or something like that. Physical exercise. So I do not exercise. I don't know why. But yesterday, I actually made some time and I went out and I rode my bike. I came back, my legs were like jelly. So definitely get into your exercise, right? Even at home, you could go on YouTube and look up some videos however you like to exercise. And traveling. Traveling is when you commute to places. So like if we were in like regular school, if you're taking the train, or if you're taking the bus or driving or whatever, that's traveling, right? Maybe that you have to like pick up your kids from school at a certain time, because I know like school's open like a few days a week. You can do that as traveling. Your community, I don't really do anything in my community. Hi, you have a question? Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, for the community, I don't really do much, which is bad, I know, but maybe I'll change that to something else. So you could always, whatever doesn't apply to you, you could change it, okay? So how I would start off with this is basically put your school schedule, then your work schedule. Plan out your meals. Plan out your social time. Plan out your chores. When do you clean your house? Or when do you do laundry? Things like that. For Friday, maybe you exercise, and so on. Does anyone have any questions about this? I know I like revealed a lot of personal stuff about me. Anyone find me? Never mind. Let me not even ask. Okay. Anyone have any questions about how to fill this out? And by the way, look how I filled this out, and look how my pie chart grew. So like the total hours are here in this little box here. And now you see exactly how your time is planned. So with having this pie chart, now you know that however long you're in school for, you're actually putting in the time after school and doing your homework, maybe the same amount of time. Maybe you work the same amount as you're going to school, and maybe you sleep the same amount. You know, it's good to have a balance, right? So find your balance. So I know I was like, I was like going on and on and on about me talking. Anyways, yeah, if you don't work, that's fine. Just tailor it to yourself, okay? But remember, right? When you're changing these like categories or options or like activities, make sure you're changing at the top where it has the full like word, right? Do not change the letters. The letters are coded into this Excel sheet, and it won't generate your pie chart like this, okay? So do not change the letters, change the name of it, okay? How to make a copy, right? When you click on the link, please go to File and Make a Copy. And this will allow you to edit on it, okay? So when you click on the link, go to File, Make a Copy, and then click OK. And then you could always okay, yeah. So then when you make a copy, remember, say if you make a mistake, right? All you have to do is click on it and drag it down to however many P's you have, and just hit delete. And to reset the box color, you could just go to the paint can up here where it says fill color and click on reset. Say if you want to do the individual, you can do that too. You can just click on it and reset. So since you are done with that, right? Now what you're gonna do. So when you finish this completely, and all hours should be accounted for. So if you're sleeping from 9:30 all the way to maybe 6:30 and going on to the next day for until 8 o'clock, right? So if you're sleeping until 9:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning, I want to see that, right? So you're going to hit on resting and sleeping, copy it. You're going to go down to the time. Maybe 9 o'clock I start going to bed, right? And I'm sleeping from 9 o'clock all the way to 8 o'clock, okay? I want to see everything
Sorry, professor.
accounted for. Huh?
Sorry, I want to ask how you make a color in the cells.
Sorry?
How you make the colors in the cells? Do you make copy and paste?
Oh, you mean like to take this letter and put it in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so copy paste. So if you click on the M, copy it, and click on the cell, just press paste and it will be there.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. So I want every hour of every day covered, right? So say if maybe Saturday and Sunday you are resting, right? I know you are resting and you are eating, right? Maybe you have some social time, right? Or if you don't even know like how your day is going to be planned, like sometimes I don't even know how my weekends are going to be planned. You could just put the resting and sleeping, and for the rest of the day maybe leisure social, and you have all your social time there. Or maybe if you do homework on those days, plan out your time accurately, okay, and efficiently, and follow the schedule, see if it helps, and let me know, okay? So this is great because today's Thursday, and you can start planning your week over this weekend and try it out for next week, okay? All right, so once you're done here, all you have to do is click on File, right, and download it as a PDF. This is how we're gonna import this into our ePortfolio so I could see it, okay? So when you're done, completely done, right, you're gonna go to File, Download, go to PDF. You're gonna make a PDF, right? This is how it looks for me. I'm just gonna hit on Export. Let me check the chat real quick. Yes, so again, you could change what it is, right? You could change the top where it has the words like physical exercise. You could change that to maybe laundry or whatever, right? But the letters underneath, please keep that. Do not change that. Even though if it doesn't match with your item that you're doing, right? Please just keep the letters underneath, because then the pie chart will be messed up. All right. So once you go to File and Download, go to PDF, you're gonna go back to your ePortfolio page where it has the Part 2 reflection. This should be done, right? It has this box here that says PDF, XLS, PPT, and Docs, right? All you have to do is click on the pencil and paper, go to replace this item. Replace this item, okay? The middle one. Then you could directly import it from Google Drive. You can do that, but if you download it already and made a copy, made a PDF out of it, you could just go on Upload File. Okay, so there's two options. Just go to Upload File though. I think it would be more easier. But if you have it on your Google Drive, you could definitely click on Google Drive. So I'm just gonna hit on Upload File since I downloaded it already. So if I hit on Upload File, it's gonna ask me to select the files to upload. So if your download didn't go at the bottom here, you could just click on this little folder, this little plus sign, and just select it, okay? But since mine is here, I'm just gonna just drag it, and here it is. So I'm just gonna click Upload, and now it's uploaded here. I could see a little bit of it. All I have to do is open this box a little bit more. So there's a bubble here, and all you have to do is click on it and hold it down and drag it down. And now I could see it, okay? So when you're done, make sure you publish your changes. Remember, overview of it, right? Publish your pages after you're done. You have to do your time management quiz. You have to complete the Part 1 statement. You have to complete the Part 2 reflection. Then you have to complete the table, right? You could do it any order you want. You could do the table first and then go through the questions. I don't really mind, right? So make sure that you're doing the Part 2 reflection, the Part 1 reflection, the quiz, and the time management activity sheet, okay? And make sure you're uploading it here next to Part 2, next to the Part 2 reflection. So for example, if I'm going through your ePortfolio and I see that you have the quiz, you have the Part 1 statement, you have the Part 2 reflection, but you do not have this, the most important part, I can't mark the assignment complete, okay? If either one of these sections are not complete, I cannot mark it complete, okay? So make sure you're completing all of them. And when I'm on your ePortfolio, I could easily just press this little button and I could see it full screen, okay? So don't worry about if it's too small or whatever, right? I just like to see it like that. As long as it's like this, like around this size, I'm fine with it, okay? So does anyone have any questions? I know I've been talking a lot today. Let me just pause the recording.